What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Work Knife Balance. We're going to be diving into the Knaf Landing 2 today, but before we get too far into that, I want to go ahead and say thank you to anybody who's already liked and subscribed to our channel. If you haven't, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below, and you can also head over to Instagram and like us at Work Knife Balance 939. If you send us a knife for a review, we're going to send it back with some stickers and some swag just to say thank you for everything. So without further ado, you're here to check a look at the Landing 2 with me, and so I'm really excited. I was able to get this out of the box and kind of look at it a little bit before starting the video here. Comes with a lot of little extras, kind of fun stickers, air freshener for your car, mint, and all that cool stuff and everything. But the knife is where this whole thing shines, and the packaging and all that stuff it's just kind of generic packaging, nothing crazy about it. They do kind of add to the stoke with the oh yeah, and then a whoopee on one of these sides right here as well. So there's some funness that they put to it. And then a cool part about that too is if you remove kind of this cardboard paper, they send you all of the kind of spare hardware in here and some spare Omega springs as well. So that's a really cool thing that they do. Not every company does that, and not everyone has to, but it's good to see that. I wanted to put this out here though because this is what I would love to see from more knife companies. This is fantastic. This is the Landing 2 in an expanded version. So it shows you exactly what it should look like in the teardown, kind of gives you their limited warranty on one side, and has this little QR code where you can go to kind of open source 3D print your own scales for the Knaf Landing 2, which is awesome. Yeah, so this is really cool to see the exploded version like that. Has all the hardware, everything, what it's named, what it's called, what size it's going to be, how it's going to help you, and how you can take that apart, which I really like. And then on the back side has the cleaning, sharpening, oil, is how to oil it and put all that kind of proper maintenance into your knife. So that's just a little extra piece that I thought was cool and wanted to mention. So yeah. Without further ado, we're diving into the knife, Knaf Landing 2 right here. So this is going to be the newest folding knife from Knafs as well. I don't believe it's the newest knife because there is a Scandi fixed blade that they have, and then another folding knife I believe that they're working on right now. That should be released soon, but I'm not 100% if I remember correctly. So yeah, I got the blue G10 with black hardware version. There is a black version that you can get as well. So I really liked the blue and black. It just kind of aesthetically was something that I liked. I really loved the texturing on the G10. Feels fantastic in hand. Not a lot of really crazy ergos or weird pieces to it by any means. Has a really nice drop point blade to it with a hollow grind coming down. Kind of has a wider spear tip drop point, but regardless, I really love the way the blade looks. The thumb studs are nice, and it is a bar access lock, so I really like that. One of my favorite locks has always been one that I've gone to. I don't carry quite as much because it's not as, I mean, it can be super fidgety, but personally, for some reason, I carry a lot. Even though I love the bar lock, I carry a lot of frame locks myself. So yeah, this is cool to have that and have this in the collection. We'll go ahead and do some quick side-by-side comparisons, and based off some feedback we got, we're actually maybe changing up some of our side-by-side knife comparisons. So hold with us as we kind of go through some of the old ones and then try some new things. So we'll start out with the Spyderco Para 2, Para 3 right there, so we can kind of see the size difference between those as well. So definitely smaller than that Para 2. It's going to be in that full-size, good compact knife, but not necessarily a small knife. And then a really good comparison to the Para 3 right there as well. And then I wanted to, because this is going to be a more common knife out there as well, go ahead and pull up an Elementum. So this is the Elementum I've got sitting next to me right here, but I got a couple of these in my collection, and they are a pretty common knife that a lot of people, especially collectors, enthusiasts, are probably going to have or know what it feels like to have an Elementum. So you can see it's a little bit larger than that Elementum there as well. So this is the button lock Ultim version of the Elementum, but there are lots of different versions of that flipper Elementum with a button lock or frame lock out there. So all the same size. You can kind of see that difference right there. I'll go ahead and do some quick measurements on this one as well. From tip to tail, we are looking just about 7.5, and blade length we're looking at about 3.25 with a cutting edge of about 3.15. So a really good, nice size knife. Really solid EDC knife. Not much to complain about on sizes, ergos, or anything like that. You do have S35 VN steel. If we can kind of get that to focus in there and see. It's going to be right here if you can see it, but that S35 VN steel is really nice because it's kind of an upgrade from a lot of the just basic steels. It's not M390 or Van Hex or LMAX or anything crazy like that, LC200 or anything, but it's not 14C28 or CPM 154 or anything like that. So it is a little bit more premium. It's going to be a little bit nicer, but not kind of anything super crazy to keep the price point down. I don't remember 100% what the price point is, and like I said, I did get this one on Kickstarter, so typically that comes with a small price cut on just for being a first off backer and anything like that. So I will go ahead and put a link to this down below, so if you want to pick one up, I would highly recommend this as a really good knife, especially kind of a everyday beater knife for any collector or enthusiast out there. Anyone who's into EDC or getting into the community would probably love this knife just because of the overall ergos of it, but two, just kind of the utilitarian ruggedism that I feel like this knife could take a pretty sweet beating on as well. So yeah, we'll go ahead and put that link down below after we post this video up there, but not much else really to say about this. It does have the ambidextrous pocket clip and a deep carry pocket clip with those screws recessed in there, so you don't have to worry about any sort of mushrooms poking out or catching on your pocket or anything like that. Good retention on the spring on the clip there too, so you don't have to worry about that. And coming with extra Omega springs, I'm assuming they're probably going to be a stiffer spring. I really like the ones that are in it, but I tend to like a little bit easier and weaker springs than some other people, so yeah. One thing to note I'm noticing is if you see this, this is one of my snappiest, I guess bounciest, whippiest bar locks. Just by actuating that, you can see that is just really kind of whipping up there, which probably shows you that that spring is actually pretty sweet and pretty strong. So I like that a lot. To me, it's showing me that it's going to hold really good and have a really good retention to itself and last a little bit longer. So well done, Ben, on this knife. So yeah, I don't have much else to say about it, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. And yeah, feel free to check out the link down below. If it is an Amazon link, it supports our channel. If it's not, just follow it to take a look at the knife and pick one up for someone for the holiday season. So yeah, until next time, that is the Knaf Landing 2 TTFN.